It looks better till he asks me. Shoot, I took my glasses out of my purse.
You're not by a microphone.
Are you trying to record it, Cheryl?
Yes, go. Stop pushing buttons. Jessica, testing 1, 2, 3.
Hi, yeah, if you hit more, it's one of the choices under more.
Okay, but can you hear us was the question.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, we're good. We're already recording.
Yeah, no, it's recording. So yeah, and then the next day, Friday morning, they all went out and skied the back 40. They get home, right?
They're amazing.
They did, they did Nordic and they did, they skied.
Didn't he?
There's enough hills behind that they have to,
Nice.
and they cut through trails and, you know, a few little
Yeah.
things, so, yeah, they had a great time.
Tomorrow on.
It doesn't take a lot of anything.
Honestly, it's beautiful. Very nice.
I'm very disappointed that Mount Snow is not open
Tomorrow.
tomorrow,
Yeah, I know. It was,
but that's inexcusable.
that's corporate.
It's pretty crazy.
There are people who went to the mountain on Friday expecting it to be open, because think about how often Mount Snow isn't open the day after Thanksgiving, right?
Right.
Oh, well,
This would be probably the first time I'm aware of it, actually.
it's been a long time since they haven't. Right.
Yeah. That's,
I mean, back in the
It's free money.
McCloy Diamond days, they used to open early November.
yeah. I heard it's all about water. They didn't have enough water in their snowmaking plant.
Really?
I think it's because they don't have a general manager.
I think it's because they don't have, yeah, because there was enough snow on the ground to go anywhere. You didn't need water.
Well, yeah, no, I think it's because there's no general manager.
Government from away.
I can't understand why there isn't a general manager. I mean,
Yeah, they didn't
Brian
replace
left
it.
in May,
Yeah.
and that means that Attitash doesn't have a general manager either,
Oh, really? They
because
shared?
Brian was both.
Wow.
But they just appointed a general manager at Stowe 2 weeks ago. Stowe's been without a general manager since, I think, May, June, something like that.
How unusual.
Very unusual. And the guy who they just appointed for Stowe.
Yeah.
Used to be food and beverage at Mount Smith.
You know the name?
I can't remember his
No.
name.
Wow.
He was food and beverage in 2019.
Huh.
And then he was food and beverage when it was just moving from Peak to Vail.
Yeah.
And then he went to the Peak, Ohio resorts. And that's where he got his general manager credentials, so to speak.
Yeah, yeah. That is too. Stowe's a big operation.
So they had brought a woman from Colorado in a year ago. And for some reason in the spring, she went back to Colorado. I don't know.
Both places are pretty. But they, the corporate just. You don't have boots on the ground, so you really don't know what you're dealing with, what you're managing.
I agree. So, at planning on last Monday, I brought up the fact that our ordinance says you can't have LED lights.
Jessica saw that.
So we will be making that change. It probably won't get done until
Yeah.
February, but we will be making
Yeah,
that change.
yeah,
Talk about something that just kind of, woo.
Got by the wayside.
Yeah, no,
Right.
when Jessica said, you're gonna have LED lights, I said, I don't know where you can buy anything else but today. And we both kind of, oh, okay. It's amazing how quickly technology changes. It
Well,
really is.
yes.
That phone you're looking at is more powerful than any computer I had in the 80s.
But it's really wild because I had my antique phone. And then Josh said, you know, Mom, why don't I get you a new phone? And I said, okay. And then, of course, I'm like, well, how did you make it work without the button?
My mom just, at 92, she can do whatever she wants. And she said, give me back my flip phone. She didn't want a
That's
fancy.
fine.
And we gave it back. She goes, I can't do it. It's too touchy.
My apologies to everyone. I didn't confirm with John because he said 2 weeks ago he'd be here.
Do you want to give him a shout?
No,
See,
I
they
did.
did.
He's on his way.
Okay.
But he obviously was at home, which is a bit of a drive.
Couldn't he just,
He could, but he
Yeah.
said he'd be right here.
yeah, I'm fine.
So how are the girls?
They're looking forward to,
Yeah, Jasmine says I need a break. And she works for Airbnb and they're having a work meeting in San Francisco. She says, Mom, I got a 2-bedroom Airbnb for my meeting. I want you out here and you relax during the days and do what you need to do. And then we're going to be together for 5 minutes. So I'm fine. I need a break. And Jade, he just got cleared from the doctors. And we're going to go to New Zealand 3 weeks in February to March.
Said when we were sitting here that you'd be here. Remember that conversation? Oh, it didn't.
I just used the-
Sign.
I just used template. Back off, lady.
Sorry. All right.
Thanks for
Thank you
coming.
so much for coming. So I will open.
Happy Thanksgiving, John. Hope this was great.
yeah,
It was very nice.
it was tasty. We had one of your turkeys.
Yeah.
Brother-in-law cooked a very good turkey.
Addition to the agenda, if anyone has any- we are going to have to defer the meeting because we don't have this. So. We need to approve those in 2 weeks. Property address 211. TV for Julie Allen, Plain River Road, 66 Road. And your address is 14. Those who will sign up for.
Charlie is going to be our. She's going to be the piece. So, any conflict?
Nope.
And I have some of John's turkey still digesting wonderfully.
Okay, thank you.
For giving testimony.
Yes, thank you.
You go, Charlie.
Great. Okay, so 2024-092. Can you guys just give us a brief overview of the project?
The whole project
Yeah,
Or is
just
it
give us,
just the
give us a
sign?
summary of the sign.
of the sign?
That's all we're talking
Yeah,
about
what's
today.
your-
Okay,
Sign,
good.
yep.
It's like, whoa. We want to change the design that you approved because Joseph saw these way cool. Show them. Oh, it is. To rather than have a normal, a regular sign that everybody has, that we want to use the siding that we use on our sweet pad models, which is a
Rough sawn wood. Shiplap.
and so shiplap, and then and just not have the whole sign be backward. We don't like that. But just to have the letters backward. So you see wheel pad, manufacturing, and then the address.
It's less glary. If you look at some signs that are lit under a white sign and you're driving at night, they become rather glary and are actually arcadey. This is a lot less glary, a lot less bright.
So we
It's-
saw
they're called
this.
halo
Halo
letters.
light.
I didn't know the word when I first applied to Jessica. I was like, they're going to be halo lit. So they put the light. You know how they have concealed lights for it's basically concealed lights. Yeah.
Right. It's no, and it's different than the backlit light for Maple Leaf, which where the whole letters are all just backlit period. This is just the halo.
It's a
effect.
halo effect. It's much more.
It's more subtle.
And you've got the wheel pads in green. Is that manufacturing in green also?
But we're not using the green now.
Just be metal.
They'll be metal.
Yeah.
Metal letters.
Okay, because
Yes. Yeah. That's the
That's the
original
old
sign
sign.
was going to be. These are just metal with backlit. So it's
Metal letters
Metal.
on that board that we.
yes, whiteboard.
this says it's warm white.
Yeah.
So when you say metal, is that just what color?
A
That's
little silver.
Silver.
Okay. Any questions on the summary? Great.
I do have one addition that I'm really proud of. That
Okay.
I've told the other two board members. At 1:40 today, we found out that the wheel pad project over there that we should be closing on before Christmas is just considered, named a vital project for Southern Vermont. It's excellent. I'm really
Very
happy about
exciting.
that.
Okay, so for exhibits, exhibit 1 is the cover sheet. Exhibit 2 is the warning. Exhibit 3 is the application, 2 pages. Exhibit 4 is the sign diagram. Exhibit 5 is the email with Jessica Roberts, 5 pages long. So Article 2 is administrative procedures, essentially reviews the role of the DRB and reviewing the site plan. So we've received all the exhibits, it's all verified. Any questions on the exhibits?
I'm wondering because our exhibits show it's green, so I think it's important
That we note that they go silver.
that we specifically state there. Silver.
Or silver painted. It's just silver color. Because I don't know how the sign maker actually makes it, if they make plastic painted silver or if it's metal, but we're asking for metal.
But our exhibits
Yeah.
specifically show this in green.
Yes, it did.
So we have to change that to silver.
Yes, yes.
Please.
Okay, so section 227 regards to plan changes after receiving a DRB decision. Essentially, any major changes have to come back in front of DRB. Any small changes will be brought to the zoning administrator. Either way, bring them to the zoning administrator and she'll tell you if it's substantial or not.
Yeah.
Right? Section 229 is referred to this as a dimensional and sign waiver. In the case of proposed development does not meet the standards of this ordinance, waivers may be requested when seeking approval from the DRB. In applying for the waiver, the burden of proof is on the applicant to demonstrate that the waiver request meets waiver criteria in 232233. The Development Review Board may require a survey to be completed at the owner's expense, if essential, to verify the location of the property lines. So you guys are requesting a waiver? Yep. Okay. Section 233, criteria for obtaining a signed waiver from the DRB. DRB may grant a waiver to sign requirements. The sign is found to be in public interest, will contribute to the character of the area and the community. Waivers meeting these criteria must be granted by the ZA if the waiver is for the minimum size necessary to serve its intended function. The waiver is not to detriment of the public welfare, including the safety and maintenance of town and state highways. So the lights won't be, there's no concern about, I guess, screwing up the safety of drivers, right? It's just a backlit sign.
Yeah.
Backlit letters.
Halo.
Backlit letters is different because
Yeah.
backlit is like a gas
Sunoco.
station, Sunoco. or
Yeah.
something. Yeah. This
Halo
is
letters.
Halo
Halo.
letter.
Okay.
I did, when I made the application, I didn't know that word yet. Okay, so sorry for not.
Section 234 is dimensional and sign waiver application review process, essentially reviewing what we've already discussed. Pretty much it. This is that we're discussing the waiver and application. Section 271, public hearings. There's no one else here from the public, so there's no interested parties. It also refers to 272. Article 4, district uses, the subject properties in the commercial residential district, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
Great, thank you. And then we can go right on the sign. So Article 8, sign, section 830, 831, 832, 833, just refers the type of signs. So the existing, what's the existing W&W sign?
There is none.
There's no existing
It
sign.
got taken
got
down
taken down.
with Irene. I think
Okay.
it was with Irene.
So you guys have any questions on the actual sign, dimensions, height, halo letters, and like that?
I'm good with that. It's all in the application.
Yep. John, you good? Great. Is there any other information about the sign you want to tell us about? Having your 8 halo letters and the backlit letters to be constructed with silver, metal, and white shiplap. Right? Section 850 is conditional sign waivers requiring written decision approval from DRB. Essentially, what we've already discussed. Since you're going for a waiver, you'll have to get a written decision from the DRB. And Section 890 refers to signs not prohibited or provided for elsewhere in this article may be permitted upon written decision. So same thing, back to the DRB. That's it. That's all the
No.
ordinance is.
Exactly. So it's not all back.
Halo lit letters.
Yeah.
Halo lit letters.
On the sign, cast metal, halo illuminated signage, because it has a halo effect around the letter. If you look at like the Maple Leaf next door,
That the letters are all backed up.
right? That's where the letters are actually backlit.
Right.
And that's
then-
one type of look. That's
Then show her the halo lit.
the halo lit.
Jessica Roberts, I see you have your hand raised. Hello?
Yeah, I am having a really hard time hearing everybody. There's a ton of static. But I just wanted to mention a couple things. I think I heard the Maple Leaf Tavern sign brought up. That sign's actually in violation. And that should not be lit. We are currently going through enforcement on that sign. I could not approve this because I saw it as internally lit. And so Joe was just going to, I was gonna deny it and Joe would, appeal my decision. So instead of going through that, we decided just to take it to you guys and see if you would do a variance from the beginning or whatever you wanted to do. But that's my background history. If you have any other questions for me, I'm happy to answer. I just have a hard time hearing everybody.
So the main Maple Leaf sign is the one that is in violation?
Right, they put it up without a permit. I permitted it last June and right on the permit, they said they were not gonna plug it in. I permitted it as an unlit sign as long as they did not light it. And the last couple months, they've been lighting it up, so it's currently
Yes,
going through enforcement.
Yes. So that's the sign in violation,
We just want to do everything above board.
please.
That's just how we've done it since day one.
Yeah, I
So show
didn't
the
know it was in
halo.
violation.
Show the halo.
The halo,
Just that one
So
letter you had.
that, you don't want to have a sign like the Maple Leaf.
no, no, this is,
So that it's more like,
see,
it's light around that halos the actual letters.
so you're
Much
actually,
Far more subtle.
So the maple leaves is lit inside, those are
Right.
more of a halo on the outside.
yeah, because,
Exactly. And it's not the whole sign.
So the letters have no internal lighting.
right, the
Correct.
letters stick off of the sign to get that halo effect.
So it's like a 3D essentially. light.
Yeah, in other words, yeah. Whereas a backlit sign is like a big box and they put, fluorescent lights in the box and then it shines out.
So would you please, when you write the decision, would you please change that?
Jessica, did you hear that I didn't know the term at the time called halo lit, not internally lit? I don't know if she
did
heard.
hear that. Yeah, the reason I couldn't approve it is I just didn't know if that would be considered internally lit. So that's why it would have had to go to the DRB.
I agree with you, and I'm
I'd
glad
rather
we're
be
here.
clear,
I'd rather be clear, not,
not be called back in.
No.
No, I
Yes.
just want to be clear and above board.
So Jessica, do you have any questions for Julie and Joseph?
No, what they're describing is the same, that was my understanding, with Joe. I think that, they're describing to you the same thing they described to me.
Okay, I got
Okay,
nothing.
any questions? Okay, well, thank you for coming. As you know, we will go into deliberations. We will make a decision that will be given to Jessica. It won't take us 45 days.
thank you.
Good, we're
We
hoping
we
to.
try really hard to do these things in an expeditious manner.
Well, if Vita comes through with their sub three, combined with a rural industrial development program through VDCC, which they both have given their full approval for, this should be closed and before Christmas.
That's very
That's
exciting.
great.
It
Great
is
news.
So exciting.
Yes, very, very exciting. Glad I was able to accommodate
I
that
appreciate that.
signing of that form that you needed.
Yeah, that was to get this.
Right, yeah, I realized.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's great.
Thank
All
you.
right, thank you all.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. Thank you, Jessica.
John, what are they talking about your turkeys? What? Will you grow turkeys?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Rice, turkeys and chickens.
turkey and chickens? Wow.
Yeah.
It was not on when I got it, and it was 6.
Wow, warmed up quickly.